All right, so in this section, I'll show you how to credit and debit a member's account using the Coopsolve platform. So if you're already logged into the system, head on to the section Members Account. After Dashboard, you'll see Members Account. Click on View Members. That will show you all the members in the system. And then search for the particular member that you want to credit or debit the account. You can search here for the name of the member, or just scroll on the list and look for the member. So if I have this member, the next step is you click on this menu beside the member's name, click on the menu, then click on Members Dashboard. That will take you to the Members Dashboard. On the Members Dashboard, you will see some additional menu on one of those particular menu on that Members Dashboard. So here is the Members Dashboard. Here you can see some few details about the member. Every information here is about that particular member which you have selected. In my own case, Lola H. Peters. So here I can scroll down and I can see savings and withdrawal here. So if I click on the savings and withdrawal section, that takes me to the section where I can credit and debit the member. From this page, you will see the Add New button here. If you can't see this Add New button, it means that you have not been given the privilege or you don't have the right to access that menu. So ideally, you will see the Add New button. If you click on it, so from here, you will see the transaction type, whether it's savings credit, savings debit, or savings withdrawal. So here, the savings credit means you are adding to the member's savings. And then you have savings debit. Savings debit means that you are deducting from the member's savings, but you are not deducting to give the member. You are deducting from the member's savings into the cooperative account. So it could be like a fee, a penalty, a levy, or other transactional fee that you need to debit to the account. So in that case, you use savings debit. But if the members is placing a withdrawal, so you make sure you select savings withdrawal. So that's what all these three categories of transactions are for. So if I select savings debit, for instance, then if you ask me for the effective date is the date that transaction was initiated. Okay, so you select that date, then the amount you specify here, debiting this account with 2,500. Okay, and then you put the narration here. You have a narration, you put the narration here. Make sure you put a narration that rightly describe what that debit is about. Okay, and then the date here, you select the date. So usually if it's a debit, you want to make sure that effective date is the same as the payment date. But if it's a withdrawal or a credit, the effective date and the payment date can be different. So here I'll select the same date, and once that is done, the payment method, really the system will take care of this by itself. Then you can decide whether you want to send SMS or whether that member should receive SMS or not. So I'll set this to no, and then I can submit this. So this will post a savings debit to the member's account. And here I can see the new transaction, monthly savings debit. And so it's going to show debit. In a case where it's showing that it is pending, it means that you have a second level of approval that approves all payment transactions, which is this case. However, for most of you, it's going to show active, which means that there is no second level of approval for all transactions. So that's how to post your savings, credit and debit. Remember, I said go under members account and then click on view members. And then from the view members, you will see the list of all members in your cooperative or in your society. Then search for the particular members that you need to perform that transaction on. Select the menu just beside the member. And from that menu, click on the members dashboard. On the members dashboard, you will see additional menu. So you go to savings and withdrawal. From that savings and withdrawal, there will be a button here that shows you add new transaction. And then here you can select the type of transaction you want to add. whether it's savings credit, savings debit, or savings withdrawal. Once you are done filling this one, you can submit, and that will post our transaction. However, there are cases where you want to do a bulk posting. Maybe the savings deduction have all been inputted into an Excel file and you want to upload all of that into the system. So you don't want to start posting them one by one. Maybe you have like 300 members. It will be difficult to start posting one by one. So in that case, what you would do is to go under administration, and then you will see a menu called import savings data. So from here, you can import your savings data that are already in Excel. So click on import savings data. Make sure that you read the full instructions so that you understand what the type of data that are required. Also, click on this place to download an example of the Excel file that the system is expecting. So you need to click here, download a sample of the Excel file that the system is expecting. And then from that sample, you'll be able to know how to format the data that you're going to upload. Once you are ready with your data, come to this section, click on browse, and then select that data that you want to upload. So usually the system is expecting that the first column we have the transaction date, the next column should have the membership number, the next column should have the full name of the member, the next column should have the savings contribution, followed by share capital, followed by loan repayment if there is any, followed by commodity repayment if there is any, followed by special deposit, credit, and debit. So if you are just posting the savings, so you would just want to bother yourself about making sure that it has the transaction date, membership number, full name, and then the savings contribution, and then pile all of that for all the members. And once you are done, select your Excel and click on open, and then click on process data. This will process all the savings data that you have within that Excel file, and then take you to this section where you need to map each of the records. So here I have transaction date, and then I will select from here what represents transaction date. So that with transaction date, I have membership number, then I'll select match it to the field representing membership number, then here full name, and come here, match it to the field that represents full name. Now sometimes that you just might not have that field in there, member's name. So I have full, so member's name is the same as full name. So I say it's a member's name. Then the savings contribution, that's the most important one. So you want to select savings credit for savings contribution. So select savings credit, and then for the share capital, you also select share capital from here. And then if there is a loan repayment, you can select loan repayment. If there is none, you can just say ignore record. So for me, I'll say ignore records for loan repayment. I'll say ignore records for commodity repayment. I'll also say ignore records for all the deposit and deposit credit and deposit debit. So that's it. Once you map the three essential the three essential field is the date should be mapped to date, membership number should be mapped to membership number, saving contribution should be mapped to saving contribution. The full name can even be optional. Once you map this one, and this one, your data is complete. You can just import those records. So the rest of the things they're asking for here are the primary identification. So this one, you want to leave it as a membership number. Then these are the description that are all the savings we have. So all the savings that the system will be posting from that Excel file, we have savings deduction for, and then it will put today's date in front of it. So if you want it to change, so you can change it. You can change it to automatic deduction for, and then the system will automatically put the date. So they will all have the narration. So these are just sample narration. You need not bother yourself about them. The system will put it by itself. So once the record is mapped, you can click on import record, and that will import that record for you. However, in my own case, the record I imported, they are really not the ideal record because it's not going to find all of those members. So in this case, I have data not authorized. So that's how to import your record, your savings record. Remember, from administration, you will see import savings data. You can also import loan data, and you can import members data. All right, I do hope that you find this very useful.